Dogs use their bodies to communicate, and one of the ways they use their body to communicate is through something called calming signals. To learn more about calming signals after watching this video, check out On Talking Terms with Dogs, Calming Signals by our Norwegian dog trainer named Turid Rugås. I'll post a link down below so you can get your own copy of the video and or book. I'm Paula Nowak with Canine Country Academy, and our mission is to help you have a better relationship with your dog through the use of positive reinforcement, communication, and education. There are over 30 signals that dogs use in what we call calming signals. Now, in these calming signals, they might be things like licking their lips, yawning, play bowing, lifting a paw, looking away, giving a whale eye. Like I said, there's a ton of calming signals, and I highly recommend you research to see what your dog uses as their calming signals. Now, I always focus on the primary 3 calming signals because there's just so many to look for that it could be overwhelming at times to know, was that a calming signal? Was that a calming signal? What you need to know about calming signals are these are signals dogs give off to keep the peace. Now, they might give them off to you. Maybe you've come home, you're kind of grumpy, it has nothing to do with you, and they'll offer you a play bow, or they might shake off. They're just saying, wow, your body language looks really tense. I don't mean any harm, calm down. You're also gonna see this when dogs play with each other or play with other animals. They're gonna use them as well to keep the peace. A good example would be 2 puppies playing, they get really rough and crazy, and then all of a sudden there's a pause and one shakes their whole body off, and then the other one does the same. Almost as if to say, I didn't mean anything by that when I got really crazy, and the other one's like, me too. You're also gonna see them give off signals when they're trying to calm themselves down, or say they don't mean any harm by anything. So this could be a dog in a vet office or in a stressful environment, and they're yawning, they're licking their lips, they might even lift up a paw, and they're just trying to calm themselves in that moment. So why are calming signals so important? Well, one thing that's really important to know is how your dog communicates. By understanding their way of communicating, you can have a better relationship with them. So if you start touching them in a certain area and they give you a whale eye, or they yawn or lick their lips, they're telling you they might feel uncomfortable. It could be because there's pain associated with it, or they're just not trusting of that area being touched. If you continue to do that thing that might be making them uncomfortable, they could escalate to the next level. Maybe they growl, maybe they move away, maybe they bite you. These signals are so important, it helps you to know if it's okay to continue with that interaction. Now, let's say that you notice the dog is uncomfortable with that interaction. You're trying to Dremel their toenails, you're petting the dog, and you pause when you notice a calming signal. Your dog is actually going to recognize that you noticed them giving off that signal and that you changed your behavior because of it. So you were listening. That's gonna help them have more trust in you. So maybe you work on another foot or you do something else and then you come back to it and then give you that signal again and you listen to them. They're gonna be, again, more receptive to that interaction in the future, that you're actually listening to them. Another way we can use calming signals is maybe we're working with a dog who has dog issues or stranger issues, and you notice they're giving a calming signal. You can actually reinforce them for giving that calming signal. Say, I hear you, I like that you're communicating in that way. I might give you a piece of treat, and then we're gonna move away from that scary thing to give you a break because I heard you, you're communicating appropriately versus barking, lunging, losing your mind. And the dog is gonna start saying, wow, if I offer calming signals, I'm actually gonna get a payment and I'm gonna get to move away from the scary thing, and I don't have to deal with the scary thing head on. Can you imagine if we just bypass that? We're like, yeah, I heard you, I heard that calming signal, but I still want you to try to deal with this other dog or this new person. That's just not gonna go well for you. The dog's gonna say, oh my gosh, no one's listening. I'm gonna have to be bigger in my communication, and that could look like barking and lunging or even trying to nip or bite that individual. So calming signals are very important. It helps us have a good relationship, but it also helps the dog know that we are being supportive, we hear them, and we understand. Now let's take a look at some videos to show you some of those calming signals in action. We're gonna watch this first video in regular motion. Then we're gonna slow the video down. We're gonna do this several times so you can see multiple videos to see the dogs giving off those calming signals. Now let's take a look at some videos so you can see these calming signals in action. We're gonna watch them at the normal speed as they happen, and then we're going to slow them down. When you slow a video down or you speed it up, it helps you to see patterns, or it helps you to see that communication clearer, because the dogs are just giving out this information back to back to back to back. They don't slow it down. They're not trying to wait for someone to read it. They're just using their body to communicate. As you watch this video, notice that the dog is starting to shake off. She's turning her head side to side. This is the beginning of a shake off, but unfortunately, she has so much tension, or she gets redirected by her handler, that she isn't able to do a full shake off. This is important to watch because the dog may be trying to give a calming signal, but they can't for some reason. This could be that their muscles are tight, their fascia is tight, or they get interrupted in the middle of giving that communication. What we're gonna see as we continue to watch this video is we're going to see the same dog do a full body shake off. You're going to see her entire body get a good release of tension. Now we're gonna slow it down. So this way you can see the dog trying to give that communication and then pausing. So trying to do that head shake and then doing the full body shake. So you can really see all of her body move throughout the video. Next video, we're going to see a very good use of a play bow. Now a play bow is something a dog is going to use as a calming signal, but they're also going to use it to invite another dog to play. Now this is a bit of a conflict signal because their body is forward and back at the same time. That way if the dog doesn't reciprocate and maybe it becomes an aggressive situation, the dog can go into that response as well. So a play bow is going to be a little bit forward and a little bit back. Now watching this video in live, you're gonna see this dog uses the play bow consistently. He uses it with the dog, he uses it with people, and he uses it as he runs around as well. We're gonna slow it down so that you can see all the little pieces of his body language. What's interesting about the use of body language is that the dog isn't technically just using one calming signal at a time. There's actually a lot going on in this video. The dog is offering a play bow, but he also might give a whale eye, lick his lips, turn his head away. So there's a lot of communication going on, and that's why it's really valuable as a companion dog owner or as a trainer or someone who works with animals to videotape interactions and then slow it down as well. Now that video of the dog doing the play bow, you probably don't need me to slow it down because he play bowed a lot. But the benefit of slowing it down is that you're gonna see a lot more communication. So let's slow it down. So what you'll see here is there's way more communication than just the play bow. You're gonna see the dog maybe lick his lips, or turn his head, or yawn. There's so much communication that dogs give off, all in one sentence, if you will. So it's very helpful for you to videotape interactions between dogs that you're working with or your own dogs to really see that body language. What are they saying? Because in real time, sometimes it's really just too fast for us to pick up all of the communication. In this video, you're going to see a dog using the calming signals of going slowly and using a curved body language. Now, I'm telling you, as you're watching this, this is not slowed down. This is real life. This dog is moving very slow because she's unsure of the stuffed dog. There is more communication there, but it's all slowed down. So we're not even gonna watch it slow-mo because you'd fall asleep. In this next video, I'm going to show you a group of young dogs interacting together. It's likely for the first time for some of them. And one of the calming signals that most people miss is sniffing the ground. Now sure, these dogs might be sniffing the ground because it smells good. Obviously, this is an area that dogs use the bathroom, but they may also be sniffing the ground because they don't know each other very well. And so they're trying to send the right signal that they mean no harm, but they're interested in interacting. Now this video that we're about to watch is jam-packed with calming signals. These dogs are trying to get to know each other. They're offering play bows, they're licking their lips, they're looking away. They're doing a lot of communication to try to get the others to play and also say that they mean no harm. Now we're gonna watch this at regular speed, but then we're gonna slow it down. All right, now we're gonna watch this video again, or a portion of it, slow down, because there's a lot of communication between these dogs. So what I want you to do is, after you've watched it a couple times, post in the comments down below the various calming signals you see. And then we can continue the conversation in our comment section. Now that you know a little bit about calming signals, I encourage you to start watching all of the dogs you interact with. This is going to help you have a better relationship with your own dogs, but as well as other dogs you come in contact with. Now that you know a little bit about calming signals, I encourage you to learn more about calming signals. This can help you have a better relationship with the dogs you interact with. Now remember, there's over 30 signals. I don't expect you to remember them all, but just get an idea of what you're looking for. Take videos. And if you have any questions about calming signals, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to keep the conversation going.